I understand it's gonna be very difficult for you when you just first open your coffee shop. The reason why is there's no description to say like what step you need to do, how you're gonna be able to do it, or what certain way you need to do it. It's very different because where you live in your area, it determines how much knowledge, resource, and time you have to put into that project to make it work. But today, I'm gonna try to answer those questions for you. I will try to explain how I opened my store in 3 simple steps, so you're using that as a guide map for you to open your own. Drink better coffee. So some could be very fast, but some could be very long. Where I live is in Southern California. It's a worst goddamn place to open a goddamn coffee shop, but if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, so picture is like when you go 3-year college. The reason why I call it 3-year college because there's gonna be a lot of homework, research, and execute you have to do. And it's like college, you cannot just get everything done at once, but you have to break it down one by one by one. And then when you go through those journey, you're gonna see how much you can put it together. And at the end, you will see how much you can complete. So first year, I'll call it planning. So the first year is planning. This year, I would say you need to finalize all the things that you come up with, like all the products, what's on the menu, the supply, where you can get it, what heavy equipment that you actually need to get. Do your business plan and calculate your fund. I think product is a good starting point because it's very simple. What do you like? What you don't like? What's on the menu? So if you have those things answered, start from there. Using that information to see how it tastes like. Do other people like it? How's it look like? When you're making a product that yourself, you always think is the best, but your best doesn't mean that other people wanna like it. So you have to take a lot of opinion around to see like what it tweets, what's your area, what the people taste like, so on, so on, so forth. If you have to give it to your friend and family, just don't let them know that you're making it. Tell them that probably you get it some other place and get their opinion. You know, get some honest feedback to see. It doesn't finalize what's in there, but you kind of give you an area that you can work around with and see what you're missing from it. After that is supply. This is cost of goods sold, meaning whatever you have in your menu, break it down to see like where you can get it from wholesale and where you can get those number. Have those number estimate out. You don't have to get like specific, but make sure to get from wholesale. The reason why is so when you open a coffee shop, you know where you can get those supply in and you know how much money you need to put up front ahead of time. For example, vanilla latte. So you're gonna need coffee, milk, any other different kind of milk and syrup. So where can you get it? In your local area. Make sure it's on the wholesale though. Don't just go to the market and look for the price, but make sure to go to the wholesale. After that is heavy equipment. So what heavy equipment that you absolutely need. For example, if you open the coffee shop, obviously you need to get the espresso machine. After that, it's drip coffee, some fridge, chair and table, so on, so on, so on. I have a really good website right here called Web Restaurant. Check it out, and it will give you an estimate to see what product do you need and how much it is, so you can calculate your cost. So now, business plan, very important. I would suggest you to do 2 versions. If you don't know how to do business plan, there's a website for you to kind of show you how to do it. There's a channel as well called Slidebean. They explain very detailed and do it very professional and short and easy to understand. The goal of the business plan is if your grandma can understand it, you got it. If so complicated that nobody can understand it, you gotta redo it, okay? Just make it simple as possible and create 2 versions, okay? First version is to give to the people that you want to show. That version, make it look good. Make it look like you make money. And you can, you know, pay everything back within like 1 year or 2 years. 3 years is a limit, I would say, but don't go more than that. Make it look good so you can show up to the other people, so you can get more like money, fund, or go show up to the landlord so they can let you open the store in that area. And the second version, this one is very important, okay? This one calculate as low as possible, meaning if you have to work 5 days a week and you have to break even for 6 months, how is it gonna look like and can you bear it? After you create that and you're looking at that number and you say like, okay, I can make it work, you got it. But most likely when you first open your store, the second version is the one you're gonna need because You have no idea how you're gonna do it. So most of the time you have to work 5 to 7 days a week. Kind of feel your store, feel your customer, feel your area. So second version is more likely gonna happen. Try to put it low as possible, like cut a lot of things, like just barely make even, and then you working in there 5 to 6 days a week. Trust me, you will need that version. After that, calculate your fund. This one is just based on all the information you have to calculate to see like how much you need to open a store. But on top of that, add 30K. Trust me, you're under calculating. Just add 30K into it. I'll explain later in the third year. So you made it. Second year. Second year is investigate. So this year, what I want you to do is find a location, what your demographic look like, talk to the architect, design your brand, get all the permit ready, and now recalculate your fund. Have you heard the term location, location, location? It's true. I would say 50% of your successful rate when you first open that coffee shop, it really depends on the location where you're picking. After that, you need to take a look at what demographic you look like. Are you third rate coffee and for a local, or you kind of like a massive consumption like Starbucks? This one, it depends on what your product is. It determines where you at in your area and your city, and pick the location based on that so it's easy for you. Make sure to know your market, make sure to know people around that area, and try to find a good location. There's a website or an app that can help you with it called LoopNet. I'll take a look at it all the time to see like what location, what area, and just go there, scout out to see what's the area, what's the feel like, so you have more picture of it. Just get an estimate. You don't have to go crazy into it, but have an eyeball estimate to see what the demographic look like, what the customer is, a lot of like student or a lot of like people working, or a very strong neighborhood. So depend on your product and depend what you're aiming for. This is based on you, so do your homework. After that, this is gonna be fun. Design your brand. So what's the name that you want to looking for? How does it look like? What's the color theme? All those kind of fun things. Go to Pinterest, they have a ton of it, so you can get some idea from Pinterest. I get most of my idea from Pinterest, so Pinterest, I would say your next best friend. Just go up there and see what you want to look like, how's the color, what's the theme, all those kind of things. Have fun with it, knock yourself out. After that, architect. Find an architect that do a lot of work in your area. That person should have all the knowledge, information in terms of like build out a store, how to draw a store. He will have good timeline to how to even build it out, and how much it's cost from drawing the plan to the cost of build out. He's not gonna have specific number, but he will give you an estimate to see like how much is it, because he do so many projects like that. So find a good architect, work with him, ask him some questions to see how long it's gonna take, how much for the build out, what do you need to prepare. Your architect gonna be your best bet to actually open a store. So work with him, ask many questions you have to find out what you need to do. After that is getting permit. Okay, so it depends on where you're at in your area or your city. They will require some sort of permit. Some will require more than the other. So seller permit, city, health, care, whatever it is, just get it all out, and then get food handling card or whatever it is, just get it done with. I would suggest you to get a second year, because third year is where you have to roll up your sleeve and do a lot of build out and a lot of stuff. When you need those information, you already have it. After that, after all of that, recalculate your fund. Now you see why so many people giving up already, because right now, after talking to your architect, your number increased significantly. I'm telling you, you're not gonna be the only one. I myself include that get in that trouble, but don't worry, just hang in there. I'll explain how you're gonna break down that problems part by part on the third year, but just hang in there, just recalculate it. And I know this one's gonna hurt, but on top of that, add another 50K. You will need it. I guarantee you. Just do it. I'll explain on the third year, okay? Okay, so you're here, third year. Excited? I bet not. Okay, so don't panic. This year, I'll call it execute. Whatever you do, if you're here and you commit to it, I want you to go all out and just get that thing open with. So for this year, I wanted you to do it. Get the fund, get the site, work with the architect and work with the builder, get all those permits ready, and open the goddamn store. Okay? You can do it. Get the fun. Okay, listen. I know it's a lot chunk of money, and you should be around 150 to 200 if you're in California, or more. It really depends on how big is your site. I understand the first thought of it is you're gonna go to the bank and get it. No, don't do it. When you go to the bank have no idea who you are. You have no history with them, even though you've been to that bank for like when you were 18 until now, whatever it is. But honestly, they will care about profit. So it's really hard to get them money if you don't have the first store. Reality, it's very hard. So your best bet is friend and family, because they know who you are, and hopefully you have a reputation with them so they can trust you and then give you that big amount of money and they're going to get it back. So friend and family will your first bet, and after that we'll think about the other options. So work with your architect, work with your builder, work with your friend and family to make it happen. You don't have to get all that chunk of money in cash or all at once. So for example, if you have any heavy equipment, supply, products, or paperwork, those you can get with credit card. So how many credit card can you get? How much can you get? Get much as possible. That should cover you between 5 to 15% out. Second, architect and the builder. Yet it's very big number, but they don't take all at once. They will break it down by, you know, small part by small part. For example, if they finish A, they will need like 20%. If they finish B, they will need another 20%, and then so on, so on, so on, until they get the full amount. So they don't get right away. So you have time to kind of position yourself how to get those money. Even though if you don't reach that number yet, it's okay, because when you find a good team like architect or the builder, talk to them, say like, hey, I only have this much, but a project like this. So what can I say? What can I do myself to save money? They will let you know, like you can do like the bar, for example, or get all the interior ready, or those kind of things. It will save you a big chunk. Or they will say like, the floor can cost that much, but you know, if you want to bypass your city, this is what we can do, and we can circle back later in the future. Those can do too. And then some of them, if they trust you enough or you have a reputation with them, they will let you know that, hey, I can build everything you out and you give you a loan, and within 2 or 3 years when you're operation, you can pay back for me like that. So there are multiple options internal everywhere. So don't panic. Work with your team to see what your best option is. Hello guys. Oh, I forgot to mention about the 80K I tell you to save on the first and the second year. That 80K is an emergency fund that helps you get through the first stage of your business, which is first half of the year when you open your door. It's very important because you have no idea what's gonna happen. Are you gonna break even that, and can you make your end meet? How do you pay your loan? How you pay your mortgage? All those kind of things. So that 80K will help you wiggle into your financial. Anyway, get back to the video. Okay, second, get your site. So remember that the website I'm taking a look at, LookNet, that one have all like list of agents. So talk to them to see like how can you get that site. I will have another separate video to talking about how to deal with the landlord and how to get that site. It's a lengthy conversation, and how you position yourself depend on like your area, local, and stuff like that. So I have another video for it. But just work with that person and they will help you get the site. After that, it's architect and the builder. Mentioned back then when about the fund. Architect and the builder is going to be your best bet to open your store. So really work with them to see where you at, how much you can get, and see what you need to do. And honestly, if you don't have enough, it's okay. Roll up your sleeve, just do it. So after the biggest problem out of the way is the fund and the builder out, now it's just getting the permit. What city, where you at in the city, just they will let you know. I would say clearly the builder, the architect, or the previous owner or manager that you work for, they know all those paperwork. They will let you know. Or if you don't know, just email your city or health department to see like what do you need to open a store. They will let you know. All they care is money, you know, those kind. You just apply for it, get it. So no worry. Unless you apply for alcohol, then that's another issue. I'm not gonna go into it, but it should be easy. It should be a piece of cake after get all those permits done. Now very important, okay? Take your vacation. Take at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That 2 weeks should be so sweet because you put so much effort, so much time, and so much energy to it. Honestly, when you come back, you have no idea what your next vacation gonna be. So take the 2 weeks, relax. So take it back and see how much you did. You earn it, okay? And when you come back, you have all those energy and excitement to open that damn door you wait for so long. So do it, okay? Take vacation 2 weeks, come back. The store gonna be there. It's gonna run anywhere. And when you come back, you're ready to go. Rock on. That's it. 3 simple steps, 3 simple years. I know it's easy said than done, but if you have the courage and the willing to work for it, you can make it happen. If I can do it, you can do it too, okay? So, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye!